Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another review here on Pez of the Mind. I am James Phoenix. Joining me
Yes,
is Chris the Mole
I am.
and Anastasia Laserbeam.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, then.
I will stop doing the early reference to the remake. Well, the reunition of DX when Shawn Michaels kept going. It is.
See, that's
It
before
was
my time.
funny.
I don't remember that.
Don't remember DX reforming in recent history when they had Hornswoggle and shit with them.
Oh, that version of DX. I try to block that version of DX from my memory.
I like parts of that version of DX. But
Eh,
speaking of things from the 90s that let themselves go, let's talk Power Rangers.
indeed.
Boom,
We,
segue.
that was a good segue.
It's a
We are
skill.
here
Yeah.
to. Yeah. We are here to talk about the new video game. We're talking about the PS4 version, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle. It's a download game. It's pretty much a fancy flash game.
Yep.
And you can buy it on the PlayStation Store, download it for $15. I believe it's also on Xbox Live if you happen to be on that side of things. And effectively, you get to play as the original 5 Rangers, Jason, Trini, Kimberly, Billy, and Zach, and later Tommy the Green Ranger after you get to that point in the story and unlock him. And you basically can have up to 4 Rangers on screen at a time, although only in local multiplayer. And basically, it plays...
Technically, you can have up to 6 Rangers on the screen at once.
Well, during the cutscenes when the AI ones running, yeah.
Yeah, when you summon like all their weapons and you stood behind them as Tommy just going, "Yeah, I did this."
Yeah.
That's in that kind of oversight. Only like 5 are Rangers, and then there's only allows 4. Like, come on, you just needed one more.
Yeah. It's one of those things. The closest comparison I make to this just harkens me back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. This game reminds me a lot of that game.
This game reminds me like it's trying to be like them, like the SNES Power Ranger game and stuff, but they rushed parts of it. They really did. Like the cutscenes are just sloppy and lazy and make no sense. There's inconsistencies within the story itself. And there's and you know what I mean. So part of me is like, oh, they kind of rushed this. Whereas Turtles with Time was so awesome because they took so much time behind everything.
Mm-hmm.
Turtles in Time was awesome, but yeah, it was.
Yes, because they took so much time and said, I know, Bebop and Rocksteady as pirates.
Yeah, but it worked for the game.
How'd they even get to the past?
It's like I wouldn't complain about. Like I said, I didn't like the look. The King Sphinx doesn't look like a Sphinx, which is his one thing. If right after he's already decided for a building, Rita then doesn't decide to, oh, I know, I'm going to make him grow. When you're like, he's the same size after you finished your job, but she's like, magic wand, make my monster grow, and he's the same size.
He grew.
That's literally like me saying, oh, look, I can do that too. Magic vape, make Jim boring.
Ah.
It worked. I'm a wizard. No, I'm kidding. Jim's not boring. He's the epitome of all maleness.
Anyway.
No, but what I mean by inconsistencies in the story is, have you completed it yet?
I have not.
Okay, spoilers ahead. Just
yeah, I don't care.
This. At one point, Zed comes down to Earth.
Okay.
And then he's like, ah, and sends Rita away in a portal. And he's like, haha, I was your boss, Rita, and you defined me. Go away, ha. Then a couple of seconds later, it's like, you know why I'm on Earth? And it's like, yeah. You just said, like, in the last, literally the last mission that you came down because Rita was doing a bad job. I came down because Kimberly stole my crystal as I was going through space. It just randomly landed near the Megazord. She picked it up, and that's the only reason. You're like, you can't change your motivation an episode after you had the motivation.
I was wondering what that crystal was in the first level.
Yeah, when she picks it up, apparently that attracts Zed down to the planet because he's just a nice guy who wants to get his crystal back. Spoiler, he's still evil as fuck. But his motivation suddenly changes like an episode apart. You're like, what the fuck is this?
If it was really true, can't you just give it back and be like, there you go, bye.
Or part of the laziness would be like Tommy. You play as Tommy, and when the monster grows, you go inside the Megazord with the other 5 Rangers shooting him, and then you fight as a Megazord. He has Dragon Sword. It's like his thing. However, the actual game, sorry, what was that?
Dragon Sword's DLC.
Oh no, all DLC is exactly the same shit. You get the White Tommy, who's a separate character, cool, and Adam and Aisha and stuff are separate characters. But when they morph, they speak with the same voices as Zach, Trini, and Jason.
And Kimberly.
Not sure. I didn't see Cat in action when I saw the thing because the DLC didn't come out here.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, oh. But like I said, they did get a lot of stuff right. Like the RP system when you're building up your range is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay's cool. Like the different enemies.
Yeah, there's different enemies. There's a lot of different ways you could attack, different combos, things you could do. Certain attacks are heavy attacks with your weapons. There's light attacks with your fists and stuff. You could, much like in the one of the things I always really liked about the Power Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the game from Super Nintendo, was you could choose when to morph and use the morph as an attack against the enemies on the screen. That's back, so that's pretty cool.
Yep. One thing I did find a little weird. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing with the game. I could be on the fence with. Some enemies are way too easy to kill than they should be.
Mm.
Putties?
No, not just putties. After the putties, you get like various monsters. Pew. One of them, which they were basically the putties of that season, but the Tangas or the Tangoos, whichever one it's meant to be, don't care. They're way too easy on this game. Because when you first get me, like, oh god, no, and they're like eating through you, and you're like trying to stop them, and they seem harder than they are. Until you realise if you're morphed when one of them's around and you press, I think it's R1, you pick him up and you just keep bashing him on the floor until he dies.
The R1 is a throw button. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but they don't tell you to defeat him that way. And I'm on about like the knight and stuff. You have to jump up, hit his head. There's ways to defeat him. These were introduced later. They're meant to be more difficult enemies, but they're easier to kill than the putties once you figure out if you just put R1 works on them.
Mm. I got to figure out where they had the knight, like the first level, like you fight the knight a bunch of times, and then it's King Sphinx is the big monster and not the knight. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, wasn't that like Zach's one enemy?
Kind of, yeah.
Besides pay.
Well, yeah. But because I thought the Black Knight he fought, if I recall correctly, in Happy Birthday Zach. It was kind of his known episode, the one that they released a video of with him on the front of it.
Yeah, and when you're going through it, it's just weird. Like, oh, okay, now you have to rescue people from the mall and stuff. But like I said, it's enjoyable, and for its price, I don't mind too many of the faults. Some of them I think are just poor. Like the make my wand grow.
Yeah.
You should have fought small King Sphinx beforehand, or she should do that when they actually grow later on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like make up your mind. Goldar looks fucking awesome in this game.
Nice.
At least to me, Goldar looks awesome. Other people may disagree. That's fine.
That's fair enough.
But Goldar looks awesome in this game.
He looks better than Goldar in the new movie.
Yeah, he does. But to be fair, everything looks better in Goldar in the new movie. Like Rita looks different in this, and she looks better than Rita in that new movie. The game could crash and get horrible graphics, and the suits would look better than they do in that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I did like how you unlock more moves as you went along, and it showed you all the different levels of attack. You had to figure out how to beat the different kinds of enemies, and I liked how each of the Rangers has different levels in various attribute areas. So it's like, okay, Jason is the more balanced one for you to kind of learn what you're doing, and then you can pick out which things you think you're stronger in. Like, oh, I think I'm better with speed, I'll go with Trini, who's the fastest, or agility for Kimberly, or somebody with a higher arsenal, I'll go with Zach, who has the big axe, or whatever else. You can find the Ranger that best suits you, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you did it right with the stat thing going down, you could make it so after about level 2 or 3, just hitting a couple of the putties and stuff would instantly fill up your meter, which then let you do all your super attacks, so you could go through it more.
Hmm.
It was in the right hand side of all of them. There's different ones that were different ways to do it, but once you hit them right, it more like your meter fills up a lot faster, and you can just do more moves.
Cool.
Which, yeah, when I was playing as Tommy later on, I've put a load of them afterwards into moves where if I'm struggling, I can press. If you're struggling, you press a button, he just kills everything on the screen because he summons the other 5. Because I'm like, yeah, that seems like what Tommy needs. Because let's face it, he's meant to be on his own.
Yep.
He's the loner,
Yes.
much like Batman.
Indeed.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
But
But yeah, so just overall, it's a fun little for $15. It's a fun little game. It's a little actiony flash game that kind of throws back to the '90s style of game a little bit. The graphics are not terrible. I mean, it's fun little kind of big head characters and stuff, but it's still fun little chibi characters. And basically, just an enjoyable little romp through beating up some known enemies and seeing some fun little interpretations of the characters that you know from the show.
about like I said, it is worth noting. Like I said, there was some problems, like the ones I'd mentioned. One of the big problems, in my opinion, is the lack of online. That wouldn't be so
Mm-hmm.
bad because not every game needs online. However, a big portion of like some of the moves and stuff rely on teamwork and having 4 people on the screen at once. Not everyone's going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for local multiplayer.
Yeah, especially when, as I
It's one
understand
of
it,
the
you can't.
reasons we got this.
Yeah, especially as I understand it, you can't share play into the game either, which is stupid.
At least for the first 2 or 3 weeks, you couldn't. It kept saying when I went to share play with Pew and Rick and stuff, it kept saying the sentence, "It was not released in your country," but it was. You had it the same day as us.
Mm,
So my guess is they just didn't bother unticking the box. It says it's now live. You can use SharePlay.
maybe.
But there was enjoyable stuff with it, like the mission with the cars where it keeps hitting them in the street. Funny.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell, because it's like, come on, guys. The last time we did this, at least in the movie game on Stash, you at least put a little warning that says "warning, warning," so I knew there was a car coming and I could get the fuck out of the way. Now you don't even tell me. It's like bah, bah, bah.
It's a road. What did you think would happen? The second I saw a road and I know it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, I move off the road. I know normally that equals cars hitting you.
Fair enough.
But it was like I said, the gameplay is not, and I've played it in co-op, and it's pretty good in co-op as well.
Good, good. Yeah, and I'd like to try the co-op at some point. I'm going to, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna see if our friend Marcus Shadow is gonna buy it, and maybe we can share play. I can share play into his, since I know my internet can't support the hosting of the share play, and see if that works.
Assuming share plays live, that was the point.
That's the question. But you said not live in your country, whereas he and I are in the same country, so that might have a different
Yeah, but
effect.
as I mentioned, that's also a random message they sometimes put up. As one of the people I tried share playing that was with was my brother, and he's not only in the same country, he's in the same house.
Are you sure? Are you sure he didn't Peter Family Guy yet?
Yeah. Basically, they have that message. The message you get is that, or a blocked scene whenever they decide they don't want to share play it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully it works. But
the other thing that annoyed me is they didn't as much as it's not that much. They didn't take that little pack of extra people and make that like an official DLC. It was only either pre-order, or if you bought the game in the first week, you got that. They didn't make it so you could buy it for like $5 after the fact.
it didn't, and I bought it on the day, and it wasn't released here. The other issue I had, and I've seen other people have had the same issue. Once my character reached max, when I was Tommy, and then it hits the final thing just to finally max it out, it resets it to 0.
Ooh.
And it's not like Call of Duty or anything like that where it says, do you want to prestige it? So you know that's why it's gone back to 0, so you get the little prestige stuff. This is literally just, fuck it. We didn't think anyone would get to max. Start again.
Yeah, that happens.
I mean, when it happened, at least give me a trophy like Green Candle.
Yeah.
If you're going to strip my powers. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't want a trophy. Obviously, I'm not 5. But it's a case of that was just stupid of the little reset thing. That was kind of silly.
That sounds dumb, yeah. Was that green? Oh, yeah, you didn't have white Tommy, so that would have been green Tommy, yeah.
Even if I did, I wouldn't be playing as him.
Fair enough.
Green's my favorite Tommy.
Fair enough. Yeah, I wish maybe for even just like, just something for like $2 or $3, they released that pack of the other 6 the season 2 and 3 version of the team, basically, so that you could have those people. I would buy that for $2 or $3.
See, I'll admit I probably wouldn't, just because of what they did with it. Like, I'm sorry, if I'm playing as, say, Rocky, and he starts doing this Tyrannosaurus like Jason and stuff, I'm gonna be like, no, you've ruined it.
I just want to play as White Ranger Tommy. He's my favorite Tommy.
He is awesome. And it'd be awesome to see White Ranger Tommy in the Megazord.
Yep. Or White Ranger Tommy get to the point where he saves White Ranger Tommy and then doesn't because he's already there.
Yeah. But to be fair, they've made that mistake with other stuff. An example of this would be something I sent to one of the pictures I sent to James Phoenix. You may know him as that dude. Basically, I sent him a picture in the store of an Imagine X Megazord, like a giant original MMPR Megazord. Comes with the Green Ranger on its leg. Why? I mean, they literally sell a Dragon Sword. I sent him the picture of the Dragon Sword. I was tempted to get that because it also comes with a Dragon Dagger and stuff. It's awesome.
Nice.
But I didn't. But instead, I got a Wookiee mask and Skylanders and stuff like that. And got the kids' shoes. No, it's a case of, I did. But it's a case of why? You know what I mean? He's clear. If you think Green Ranger, you think Dragon Sword.
Mm-hmm.
You think White Ranger, you think Tiger Zord.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And why, when Lord Zed destroys their Megazords and they get their powers back, doesn't it turn into the Thunder Zords?
They couldn't be bothered to draw those.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's lazy. The artwork looks kind of like the comic, so it's that bad artwork. However, it's still, like I said, it's still enjoyable. I think for the price, some people will like it, some may not. Because the price is high enough that some of the issues may be too much for people, but at the same time, that it's still kind of fun.
Where? I'm just looking at your picture, Mole. I don't see the Green Ranger.
What, the Imagine Megazord?
Yeah.
Look at the leg.
Okay.
Should be the right leg.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. That's a photo. Let me go photos on my Google Pixel.
Are you talking about that? You talking about that guy?
Yeah, that's Tommy. Look at the shield.
That's Zach with the shield. That's the Black Ranger.
Oh, he looked green in the shop.
Fair enough. It must have been the lighting in the shop, but I can just look at the picture. That's clearly the Black Ranger with the shield, the same way Jason has the shield on top of a Megazord's shoulder.
Ah, that's still weird to have 2 shields then.
Yeah, that still doesn't make any sense, but it makes more sense than the Green Ranger being there for no reason.
That makes even less sense, because why is there 2 shields?
I don't know, because they both use the shield. They want to give you limited edition guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at least with the Green Ranger on the leg, as stupid as it fucking is, you could make the case the Green Ranger, maybe it's when he was evil and he bust into the Megazord.
That's true.
I can't explain 2 shields. Also, for people wondering at home, Jim's is a bright light and not as good quality as my camera. Woo! You need to get yourself a Google Pixel, mate. Chewbacca Mole laughs at you.
What the fuck? What? Why did the missile shoot out of the Dragonzord's chest? They're supposed to shoot out of his fingers.
Okay. Oh, I didn't send you the third one. The third Imaginext toy was fun. It's that one. Did you see it, Pew?
Yeah.
Ooh, Command Center.
Yeah. Look at that.
Nice.
An actual proper Zordon and an actual proper Alpha.
It's an Alpha.
Movie.
Nice. Yeah, I actually have in a box over there. I have the Imaginext Saber-Tooth Tiger.
Yeah, but irregardless, or whatever you want to say, at this point,
Yeah,
it's a case of that's something else for a different day. But
yeah, we'll talk about that later. But either way, the game is a lot of fun. If for $15, it's worth it if you're a fan of Power Rangers. It's a fun little game that'll take up some of your time. There's some goofy inconsistencies, but they did pull in a little of the original voice acting, and they did some interesting redesigns on the characters. So it's fun and worth playing, even though it does have some problems. I don't think any of them are game breaking or particularly, that big of a problem. But so overall, I would say definitely get this game. For what it is, it's a lot of fun. I mean, don't expect a AAA title out of it, but it's a fun little flash game for $15.
And my rating for that would probably be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Because for the same price, you can get better games. Like, how about if I told you, Pew, it's almost the same price as Job Simulator on VR. And I don't really like. I'm not a massive fan of the Job Simulator game, but that just works.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, it's well written, it's well drawn, and it just works. Whereas this game, it feels rushed, like they wanted to get it out in time for the new film to make a quick buck. So it's a case of, I know there's some Power Ranger fans will love it because it's got Power Rangers all over it, but I also believe that there's probably a lot of fans out there that will buy this, see it as a cheap cash in, and probably be more bitter towards the brand.
That is possible.
So I'm going on the middle with that because, like I said, it's not a terrible game. It's not like Aliens Colonel Marines level of bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also not like, oh my god, this is Turtles in Time style of, oh my god, what the hell have you done with this? This is cool. Or it's not Batman Arkham where you're like, this is a great way of using this property. It's just sort of in the middle. So it's got its ups, it's got its downs, but yeah, middle.
So what you're saying is you're giving it Pew out of 10.
No, I'm giving it middle.
Okay. Fair enough. Pew, what do you think?
Based
on what you've seen, obviously you haven't played the game, but
wasn't sure if you were gonna give it a score.
I don't know. Maybe if I had been more into Power Rangers, I'd probably check it out.
Yeah, I meant Jim. I thought Jim was gonna give it a score.
Like I said, I mean, I would say, based on I haven't finished the game yet, but based on what I've played, it seems like a fun little ROM. I mean, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. It's a good game. It's not perfect, but it's a fun little game for what it is for $15. So I would say definitely, I mean, maybe 7.5. Maybe being a little generous. Maybe 7.5 is better. But it's just a fun little game, enjoyable for what it is. If you're a Power Rangers fan, buy it for $15. If you're not missing much. So thank you two for joining me to talk about the game a little bit.
And thank you.
And I'd like to thank Pew for representing by wearing all the Power Ranger colors.
I just love the rainbow.
Unlike Sabari. Span does not like the rainbow.
I have 2 of these jackets, actually.
Evidently not, but apparently Disney does.
Every time I'm petting my cat, it just looks like I'm winking.
It's cool, Pew.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Most people watching this video probably won't have seen a woman before, so don't worry. You're like the MMPR game on the PlayStation of it's got its faults, but people will put up with it.
Pretty much.
Because they don't see anything better.
Yeah. It's like she shows up on the internet, she pets her pussy, whatever.
Hashtag pee pussy.
I mean, come on, what does this look like?
It looks like you're stroking your dick.
No.
It looks like you're stroking your dick. Your dick.
Indeed. Anyway, this has been a look at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle game, available now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox Live. Well, PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, I should say. It's a download-only game. Check it out if you're a Ranger fan, and we'll see you next time.